seems like it's always been part of our lives. It was just such an enjoyable time, and I found I'm now almost 85. I'll be 85 later this month. And some of the things that happen to me even now in my life, I'm taken back to camp and I find myself quoting things that I learned at camp, like a good program is flexible, as an example. So it's just had lifelong value. But I was a camper for several years and really enjoyed it. And then I became a counselor for 3 years, 1950, 51, and 52. And I received a full ride scholarship to the University of Evansville to major in music. I played violin. And that first summer after I graduated from college, I came here and became a counselor. And later that summer, I canceled my scholarship because I thought if I were a counselor, if I were a music major, I wouldn't be able to be a counselor. I'd have to be at home practicing. So it really affected my
That's news to me.
career pursuit.
Koch has such a beautiful history, and we are very fortunate here in Southwest Indiana that we call it our home. I think one of my favorite stories is of Josephine Holloway. She was an African-American woman in the 1950s who lived in Nashville, Tennessee, and she pretty much single-handedly made it her mission to allow African-American girls to participate in Girl Scouts. Unfortunately, at the time in the 1950s, the national parks in her area in Tennessee, as well as her very own council, would not allow her and her girls to camp on their facilities. So she gave our council a call and asked about Camp Koch, and we invited her with open arms. We allowed her and her girls to come and see our beautiful facility and camp, just like every girl has an opportunity to do. And it's just such a beautiful story. We are very grateful here in Southwest Indiana to be a very small part of it, and we're just grateful for her and all that she's done.
I had been camping before, but never without my parents, so naturally I was scared. I didn't know the counselors or the other campers, but it didn't take long for me to talk to them. I loved the water sports, liked kayaking, but my favorite activities at camp involved the science, which was no surprise to me. I always loved science in school, so I obviously fell in love with it at camp too. I kept that passion for science alive all throughout school, and I decided in high school I wanted to be an aerospace engineer. It wasn't easy, but I loved what I was doing so much that it didn't matter if the classes and tests were hard. I knew what I wanted, and I wanted to be an aerospace engineer. Now, I work at an avionics lab in Iowa, doing what I love thanks to Girl Scouts exposing me to STEM at such an early age.
Girl Scout Camp builds a trust that can't really be replicated in a classroom environment. When we can work together to accomplish a goal, how are we all going to get showers before midnight? It teaches me that the girls have some great ideas and they are able to problem solve and get things done. It's so inspiring to see the girls accomplish tasks and to be excited about it. I love it when they learn new skills like how to paddle around the lake by themselves. I feel like Girl Scout Camp offers today's girls opportunities that they can't get anywhere else. They have the opportunity to grow during the week away from home. They learn independence, all the while learning to work together with others.
The best thing about camp is making lifelong friends.
You know, camp is where I first discovered that there were other people like me. Girls who love nature, the outdoors, campfires, and singing. As a kid, camp is one of the few places that, I felt most comfortable, like I could be myself. The empowerment of camping, living, and learning with like-minded folks definitely shaped me in being the person that I am today. I'm very fortunate to be able to say that my longest and closest friendships were forged at a camp.
Extremely shy as a child, and as I got older, kids at school would actually make fun of me because of it. For the first few weeks at my new school, they seriously thought I was mute since I never spoke. But when I was at camp, I was a different kid. The first couple days, I was my quiet self, but I started to make friends and play with the other kids as if I was like that normally. There was no pressure to be someone I wasn't. And none of the girls picked on me for being quiet. They actually would ask if I wanted to hang out with them. It's such a caring and free environment that helps girls gain confidence by trying new things. And from that, I learned that even though talking to new people or being in a completely new situation was scary, I had to be brave and tackle that fear to get where I wanted in life. Since realizing that, I don't let fear control me. I use it to motivate myself. You have the choice to let fear hold you back or to do the things you've always wanted to do in spite of that fear. I was terrified to get on a plane to go and see my grandmother, and I ended up getting on that plane, and I can't wait to actually get back on a plane because it was such a great experience, and I can't believe I was so afraid of it until then. And because I didn't let fear get in the way, now I know that I can do just about anything.
I was a Girl Scout from first grade until I graduated high school. Scouting taught me to always invest in myself by knowing my strengths and developing a plan to improve my weaknesses. Without scouting, I wouldn't have understood the power that respect and compassion has at unifying people. My passion for serving others began in scouting as well. Currently, I am in management analysis, assigned to the United States Army Manpower Analysis Agency, and I often tell people that I am a successful Army officer because of the skills I gained in scouting. While valuable, my formal education did not provide me with the knowledge to be resourceful, creative, compassionate, and unifying. All skills I gained in scouting that have been valued in my career field. Even as an adult, Camp Koch brings me the same happiness and peace it brought me as a child. When you return to real life, you are recharged and appreciate the comforts you have. To me, Girl Scouts is timeless because its mission is to build women of courage, confidence, and character, and they make the world a better place. Given this mission, I would argue that skills gained in scouting are not only critical to the continued upward mobility of women in our society, but the American society in general.
light. Silently flows the river to the sea, and the barges to go silently. Barges, I would like to go with you. I would like to sail the ocean blue. Barges, have you treasures in your hold? Do you